Hey everyone, my name is Aksha. Welcome you all on my YouTube channel Aksha Tutorials. Class 12, in our previous lecture we have completed with our pollination, right, about the abiotic and biotic agents in detail. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about some outbreeding devices. Outbreeding devices. But before going on to these, that what are these outbreeding devices and what mode of function they play, what is the use of these outbreeding devices in this sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Before that, let's going on to discuss about the term inbreeding. तो आउटब्रीडिंग को समझने से पहले जस्ट फोकस ऑन दिस टर्म इनब्रीडिंग. यहाँ पे इस केस में दिस इन वर्ड रिप्रेजेंट्स द सेम and this out word represents the different. As I always choose to split the terms and go into the terminology inbreeding. Here in this case in represents the same and breeding of course breed means the crossing, the species. Outbreeding represents out means different, so different breeds. Now suppose if we are talking about the male and the female gametes, right? हमने कहा सबसे पहले there has been the formation of male gametes, then female gametes, then there will be the process of transfer of male gametes onto female gametes by the mode of pollination. Now when pollination helps in the transfer of pollen grains onto the stigma of the female part of the flower, which is carpel or pistil. Now what will happen next? Suppose this is the male part filament and having a bilobed anther. This is the female carpel or pistil having stigma, style and ovary. Right? This anther will produce the pollen grains which will go and stick to the stigma for the further fertilization process. Now what happens? There are the chances that the stigma will reject the pollen grains. There is a one case which is called as pollen pistil interaction. Pollen और pistil आपस में interact करते हैं with the help of some chemicals. तो उन chemical की secretion से pistil will recognize the pollen grains कि वो कौन सी species से belong करता है. If it is compatible or not, then it will undergo further for the fertilization process. तो suppose if these both belongs to the similar plant, अगर एक ही प्लांट के if the plant is bisexual, that means having the both male and the female reproductive organ onto the same plant. So suppose if the same plant is having this male portion and the female part of the flower and its anthers are trying to stick onto its own stigma, the stigma of its own plant, so there would be no generation of any genetic variation. You must be known that variations are very important for the adaptations, right, for the fittest of the survival. So nature itself is having so many adaptations. So adaptations by the flowers which discourage self-pollination are called as outbreeding devices. Let me tell you again what are actually these. अगर pollination होती है तो there must be the chances of having self pollination and the cross pollination. हमने किया था there are three steps of pollination, not steps, categorization of pollination. It includes autogamy or it includes diatonogamy or it could include xenogamy. So if you do remember these terms, I have told you already. Autogamy takes place when the pollens of the same flower falls on the stigma of the same flower. In case of diatonogamy, the pollen grain will fall on the stigma of different flower of same plant. And in case of xenogamy, cross-pollination takes place in two different plants. So in these cases, autogamy and diatonogamy, for sure there will not be any kind of genetic variations. So of course plants, as they are also living, they also require variations for the fittest of the survival, right? So they are having some adaptations ताकि self pollination ना हो, क्योंकि अगर self pollination होगी तो उनमें किसी भी तरह की कोई भी variation नहीं आएंगी. तो कहीं ना कहीं इस स्टिग्मा की कोशिश रहती है कि वो उन pollen grains को acquire करे, सिर्फ उन्हीं को accept करे which will have place. But before discussing about the pollen pistil interaction, let's have a discussion on these outbreeding devices. As I am telling you that there are some by nature adaptations of flowers to discourage self-pollination. They enhance the cross-pollination by some methods. Those methods are included in outbreeding devices. क्योंकि अगर इनब्रीडिंग होती रहेगी, इनब्रीडिंग का मतलब है कि सेम पॉलन ग्रेन्स, उसी फ्लावर के पॉलन ग्रेन्स उसी के स्टिग्मा पर स्टिक करते जा रहे हैं, दे आर अंडरगोइंग फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो जो इन दोनों के बाद जो भी नेक्स्ट फ्लावर प्रोड्यूस होगा, दैट विल बी हैविंग एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर जेनेटिक मैकेनिज्म एज दैट ऑफ इट्स पेरेंट्स, राइट. देयर विल बी नो वेरिएशंस. तो फ्लावर को भी कहीं ना कहीं चाहिए, कहीं ना कहीं स्टिग्मा को चाहिए कि यार मुझे ऐसे पॉलन ग्रेन्स मिले जिससे मुझे फायदा हो, मुझ में वेरिएशंस आए. अगर ये इनब्रीडिंग का ही केस आगे आगे चलता जाएगा तो इट वुड श्योरली लीड टू सम सॉर्ट ऑफ इनब्रीडिंग डिप्रेशन. व्हाट इज इनब्रीडिंग डिप्रेशन? द रेपिटेशन ऑफ द इनब्रीडिंग प्रोसेस. दैट मीन्स the similar pollen grains of similar flower are again going for fertilization with the stigma of the similar plant, which will be having no sort of genetic variations. तो इस inbreeding depression को control करने के लिए, ताकि ये process ना हो, तो we require some sort of outbreeding devices. तो by nature there are some methods, some adaptation by the flowers which are considered to be involved in these outbreeding devices. Let's have a discussion on them. For example, the very first outbreeding devices that includes the maturation time of the male and female gamete. Yes, the time of maturation. Now suppose what happened if there is this is the male again, anther, biloanther having the pollen grains, right? The pollen grains are going to shed onto the stigma, this style, and this is the basal portion, ovary. Now what will happen? Suppose these both belongs to the same plant or same flower, but there could be the chance that their time of maturation is if different. Suppose if female, this portion is getting mature early than the pollen grain. तो अब pollen grain को तो mature होने के लिए time चाहिए, right? तो pollen grain तो भी आया नहीं है, लेकिन वो mature हो चुकी है, तो उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला, right? अगर pollen grain mature हो चुका है, this has not been mature, तो pollen grain अगर fall कर भी जाएगा, उसका भी कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. And there are two cases, two terms which you must remember in case of time of maturation. One is protoandrous or protoandry, and other one is protogynous or protogyny. Again going to split this term. Listen carefully. Pro means pehle. Androus represents the term androecium, male part. तो अगर मेल पहले mature होता है, then that process is called as protoandrous flower and protoandry. And if gyne represents the female portion, right? So if the female part of the flower matures earlier, then that process is called as protogyny and the flower is protogynous. So it's quite simple. बच्चे ध्यान से समझने की कोशिश करो. This is the stigma, this is the style, this is the ovary. It is having some stamens, these which represents the male reproductive organ. There are some anthers, right? If they have been mature earlier than female part, there is of no use. ये shed कर भी जाएं, कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि ये mature ही नहीं हुआ. क्योंकि fertilization तो तभी होगी when both will get mature, and that must require at the same time. अगर ये फीमेल मेच्योर हो चुके हैं, pollen grains मेच्योर नहीं हुए, then again there will be no chance of fertilization take place, right? So that means this will prevent autogamy. Self pollination का chance ही नहीं रहेगा, right? There must be chance. अब अगर इसके पिस्टल सपोज इट इज नॉट मैच्योर्ड बट पॉलन ग्रेन्स हैव बीन मैच्योर्ड, तो वो पॉलन ग्रेन्स शेड होके किसी दूसरे फ्लावर या किसी दूसरे प्लांट पर जा सकते हैं, go for fertilization, that will obviously have variations in them. Are you able to understand? So this time of maturation is the very first outbreeding devices which constricts, which does not allow, prevent the autogamy, right? The second outbreeding device. Now first was the time of maturation, if male or the female reproductive organ will mature earlier than the another. The second one could includes the position. Yes, position of the male or the female. Suppose, again let's take an example. Again suppose this is the female portion and these are its stamen and the anther in which pollen grains will be present, right? तो ऐसा बहुत ही ज़्यादा रेयर, ना के बराबर होगा कि नीचे से इट विल हवा के साथ या कैसे भी इस तरीके से बाउंस करके वो ऊपर जाएंगे, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. तो somehow position of flower is also acting as a outbreeding devices to prevent the autogamy, right? तो chances है कि किसी दूसरे flower के pollen grains जो हैं they will come and fall on the stigma rather than these pollen grains of the same flower because of their positions. They are not respected in their positions. अगर ये enlarged होते हैं या similar position पे होते हैं तो भी there must be the chances. अगर इतने ज़्यादा छोटे level पे हैं तो there must be the very low chance. It's approximate negligible chance of falling this after this bounce onto the stigma and fall those pollen grains. Of course, it is not obvious at all. So position of male and the female reproductive organs also act as one of the outbreeding devices, right? Number third, it is going to be the very important, बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है, इसमें से question भी आते होते हैं. That is self incompatibility. जैसे कि मैंने आपको ये लेक्चर की शुरुआत में ही बताया था कि pistil is itself actually having or ability to recognize कि pollen grain to accept or reject the specific pollen grain, कि वो आ सकता है for the formation of pollen tube and go for fertilization or not. That depends. मान लो अगर यहाँ पे कुछ pollen grains shed हो जाते हैं and this self incompatibility is totally having based upon the genetic approach. It is genetic mechanism. क्योंकि बेटा कई बार ऐसे भी हो सकता है, सपोज ये स्टिग्मा है, राइट? तो यहाँ से कोई पॉलन ग्रेन आया, इफ इट इज हैविंग डिफरेंट स्पीशीज, ये किसी दूसरी स्पीशीज का है, तो विल दिस स्टिग्मा विल अलाउ द पॉलन ग्रेन टू प्रोड्यूस पॉलन ग्रेन्स? ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. पॉलन ट्यूब, सॉरी, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. किसी दूसरी स्पीशीज का तो चांस ही नहीं है. इफ इट इज हैविंग और सिमिलर इन स्पीशीज, only then this pistil will be having, this stigma will be having a compatibility with this pollen grain and allow to produce pollen tube through which these male gametes will enter inside and go for fertilization process. I hope आपको समझ आ रही है. It is not quite tough, बहुत easy है ये. सेल्फ इनकम्पैटिबिलिटी में क्या होता है, हाँ इसमें भी हम pollen pistil इंटरेक्शन कर सकते हैं जो कि हम अपने नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में डिस्कस करेंगे. क्या हो रहा है, somehow इस स्टिग्मा को पता है कि कौन सा पॉलन उसके काबिल है, तो इट विल ओनली अलाउ दैट पॉलन ग्रेन जिसके साथ ही अपनी कंपैटिबिलिटी शो करेगी. ओनली दैट पॉलन ग्रेन विल बी एबल टू प्रोड्यूस पॉलन ट्यूब थ्रू विच इट विल एंटर इनसाइड द स्टिग्मा. दैट प्रोसेस, दैट जेनेटिक मैकेनिज्म इज सेल्फ इनकम्पैटिबिलिटी. तो इट कैन प्रिवेंट ऑटोगैमी एज वेल एज डायटोनोगैमी. बच्चे ध्यान से समझो, हमने किया था कि ऑटोगैमी क्या है, द फ्लावर्स आर सेम. जाइटोनोगैमी, फ्लावर्स आर डिफरेंट बट प्लांट इज सेम. दोनों ही केसेस में जेनेटिक वेरिएशंस नहीं होंगी, राइट? लेकिन अगर कोई प्लांट ही अलग है, इफ इट गोज फॉर जीनोगैमी, तो पिस्टिल फॉर श्योर उसका यही रहेगा कि अगर वो पॉलन ग्रेन उसको वेरिएशंस दे सकता है तो इट विल अलाउ दैट पॉलन ग्रेन टू एंटर. ऐसा नहीं है कि जाइटोनोगैमी के लिए ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं अलाउ करता है, बट वेरी रेयर. तो मैक्सिमम चांस किसको मिलेगा, पॉलन ग्रेन विच विल बी फ्रॉम डिफरेंट प्लांट बट सेम स्पीशीज. I hope you are getting all the concepts clear. So self-incompatibility is one of the very important concept in case of outbreeding devices. It does not allow autogamy, it does not allow geitonogamy to take place. Right? So these are very important outbreeding devices. Time of maturation, position of the male and female reproductive organs, and self-incompatibility as well. After this, there is a phenomenon which is regarded as artificial hybridization. Yes, there is another phenomenon of artificial hybridization. So you can also relate with it. उसमें क्या होता है बच्चे? Now, as you can assume this term, artificial hybridization. Hybridization means the crossing. Hybrid means the mixing of the two. तो artificial hybridization means the mixing of the two. अगर मान लो आपके पास suppose this is a flower A. आपको इसमें जो characteristics हैं you are finding it very good. आपके desirable characteristics हैं. There is one more flower B and there is one more flower C. This B flower is having very superior characteristics. इसमें बहुत सारी superior characteristics हैं which you want कि वो A में add हो जाए. और C में ऐसा कुछ खास आपको नहीं लगता तो आप नहीं चाहते कि इसके pollen grains A तक पहुँचें. But you surely want कि इस B की characteristics इस A flower में आ जाएं by transferring those pollen grains into this. Then that mechanism which is doing intentionally, knowingly, for the production of some sort of genetic variations or the desirable characteristics, that process is called as artificial hybridization. Now it is also done with the help of some processes. One of them is emasculation. Emasculation. What is this emasculation? Emasculation simply means removal of anthers. Yes, removal of anthers. बच्चे ये देखो again इतनी देर से वही करते जा रहे हैं. Female portion, stigma, style, ovary. This is its male portion. It is growing. Dialogue. आप क्या करते हो? आप नहीं चाहते कि इसके pollen grains इसमें आए. You require some another pollen grain to shed onto its stigma. तो what will you do? You will go for emasculation. You will remove its anther. अगर आप इसका anther ही remove कर दोगे तो there is no chance of production of pollen grains. Right? Pollen grains, male gamete किस में produce होने हैं? Anther में. आपने anther को remove कर दिया in its bud condition. Bud condition में ही anther को आपने remove कर दिया पहले ही. तो क्या वो flower, same plant, pollen grains produce कर पाएगा? Of course not. Right? अब आप इसमें अपने desired pollen grains you will be able to shed on it. ठीक है, आप brush up कर दो, उस पर डाल दो तो obviously that will undergo for the process of formation of pollen tube and undergo for fertilization process. So what you have done by emasculation? Artificial hybridization की आपने. Right? This is one of the technique. There is one more that is called as bagging technique. It is again going to be very important. Like इसको तो आपको learn करना पड़ेगा ना. Emasculation is what? Removal of anthers. Bagging अपने नाम से ही है. What you will do? आप क्या करोगे? अब आप नहीं चाहते कि अभी कोई भी pollen grain इसके ऊपर, इस pistil के ऊपर stick करे जब तक ये pistil mature ना हो जाए. What will you do? You will bag it. आपने इसको bag कर दिया. Bag कर दिया मतलब you have covered it up with the butter paper. आपने बटर पेपर से उसको बैग अप कर दिया, कवर कर दिया, ताकि कोई भी पॉलन ग्रेन आएगा, अनवांटेड पॉलन ग्रेन, तो वो उस बैग के ऊपर सेट होगा, पिस्टल तक पहुंच ही नहीं पाएगा. पहुंचेगा ही नहीं तो पॉलन पिस्टल इंटरेक्शन ही नहीं होगी एंड इट विल नॉट बी एबल टू फर्दर मूव फॉर फर्टिलाइजेशन. सिंपल एज दैट. तो कवरिंग ऑफ द स्टिग्मा, राइट, तो कवरिंग ऑफ द फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट विद द बटर पेपर, दैट टेक्निक इज कॉल्ड एज बैगिंग टेक्निक. राइट. अब आप क्या करते हो? जैसे ही मैच्योर हो जाता है, आप अपने वांटेड पॉलन ग्रेन्स को चाहते हो टू शेड ऑन टू द स्टिग्मा. व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल हैव टू डीबैग इट. यू विल हैव टू रिमूव इट्स बैग. राइट. दैट प्रोसेस विल बी कॉल्ड एज डीबैगिंग, क्योंकि डी मींस रिमूवल. राइट. डी मींस रिमूवल. यू हैव टू डीबैग इट. आपने उसको रिमूव कर दिया. अब आपने जैसे उसके बैग को रिमूव किया, यू हैव स्प्रेड देयर pollen grains, your wanted pollen grains, whatever you desire to shed onto that stigma, right? Now अब आपके pollen grains ही उस पर spread हो और उस पर अंदर जब that pollen grain will undergo fertilization, you what will you do? You will again rebag it. आपने दोबारा से उसको बैग अप कर दिया ताकि और कोई भी दूसरा अनवांटेड इनकम्पैटिबल पॉलन ग्रेन उसको तंग ना करे या ना एंटर करे फॉर फर्दर पॉलिनेशन और फर्दर फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो व्हाट विल यू डू? आपने दोबारा से उसको बैगिंग किया है, देन दैट प्रोसेस विल बी कॉल्ड एज रीबैगिंग. सिंपल एज दैट. You don't need to confuse in this. First of all, bagging. What is bagging? The cover by a butter paper, so that none of the pollen grain will get stick onto the stigma until it gets mature. Right? Once it gets mature, you will remove its bag, that is debagging, and shed on the pollen grains of your desired characteristics. Once they will shed on the stigma, what will you do? You will again bag it. That is rebagging technique. So that now again when it will undergo fertilization, none of the any undesirable pollen grains shed onto the stigma. So it is ensuring your artificial hybridization technique again. Right? I hope you are clear with all the concepts. तो अब जब ये outbreeding devices use कर लिए, so that they will not, you can easily prevent autogamy, heterogamy, and why these things are happening? Just for the cause of variations, because we require variations. जितनी ज़्यादा वेरिएशंस होंगी उतना ज़्यादा उनके सर्वाइवल का चांसेस जो है दैट विल बी गुड, उतनी ज़्यादा डिजायरेबल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स यू कैन इंडल्ज विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस आर्टिफिशियल हाइब्रिडाइजेशन. आई होप दिस कंटेंट इज टोटली क्लियर टू यू. If you do like my video, then do share it with your friends as well. Keep smiling. Take care.